Hello and welcome back to Cardboard Decoy Plays Gnomoria. Now, I made a few small changes. Number one, you'll notice people walking around with skulls on their heads. This is normal. I upgraded I upgraded the axe group to actually start carrying around axes and shields, so whenever they train, they'll start getting better in axes. It's apparently going to slow them down whenever they do work. I thought they would unequip whenever they're, like, working, but that does not seem to be the case, unfortunately. However, kind of a trivial matter. I don't think it'll make too much of a difference in the long run. Right now, let me see. Did I get extra dwarves? I did not get any dwarves for summer. I did get an ambassador, however, and he left us a trader. Yes, this is the really important thing that's going on, that I stopped everything so that I could actually show. I had a trader before and an ambassador, however, apparently my room wasn't good enough because the ambassador left, so I had to invite another one, and that seems to be holding fairly well right now. So this is what he has for sale. So he's got like a lot of dirt clumps, raw everything, pine logs, apple, birch, blah blah blah, all that fun stuff. And then here's what I have and what I can sell it for. I can get rid of dirt and clay and rocks for free. Don't necessarily want to do that because we can actually turn them into value if we really want to. We can get rid of birch, pine logs, coal. I want that. We can get rid of sapphires. I don't want these sitting around. Whoa! I did not mean to do that. Okay, let's do that. Okay, 7 raw sapphire at 16. That's 112. Cotton seeds. We can get rid of like everything but what? Let's get rid of everything but 50. So 734. 734. Let's do that. There we go. That's a lot of easy value. Birch clipping. Pretty much the same thing. Well, no, you know what? We'll need at least 100 of those. 34 pine clipping. That's not a huge deal. I did realize while I was watching them cut down some other unrelated trees that cutting down a tree will sometimes produce a clipping, so those will eventually overburden us, I'm sure. Orange and apple clipping, still not a big deal. Strawberry, apple, orange, yak milk, all of this stuff I actually want. Apple wine, pour apple wine, pour strawberry wine, honey badger bone. I'm considering, you know, I'll go ahead and get rid of some of these bones. Let me see, what do I have here? Let's do that. We'll keep the, there's that. And we have plenty of monitor to lizard bones for whatever we want to mess around with. We don't really need the skulls. I did find out if we want to provoke a goblin attack, what we can do is send them their own skulls, which will make them attack us again. So that'll be real fun. That might be worth doing at some point if we get really bored. Monitor lizard skull, yak skull, no. Bear skull, no. Copper bar. What are we at? We're at 900 something. Let's see if we can get more. Let's do silver bar. Malachite. Oh, I figured out Macalite is from Monster Hunter. So there's that. Figured that one out. We're good. Superior cotton bag. Poor orange wood door. Poor orange wood door. It's so sad. Sad but true. Alright, let's see. Copper sword, copper helmet, copper breastplate. I kind of want to get rid of those just so I can get the extra value. Let's see. Leather something or other. Yeah, yak leather curious. Birch stick, birch loom. We can get rid of the extra loom for now. And yeah, come on now. What else have we got? Wheat straw, cotton, string. Nothing in like obnoxious excess, I don't think. Yeah, wheelbarrows, we want those. Silica, wheat seed. Silica's worth money, that's good to know. Wheat seed we can get rid of, all but. Well, you know what, they're fully planted. Let's go ahead and we'll get rid of all of those. Almost all of those. Let's actually, that makes me nervous. I'm gonna go back and get these. We're gonna do 50 back this way. There we go. And then we'll do 553 strawberry seeds. Where does that put us? 1600. So, here's the deal. Well, let's see. We can go ahead and get male and female yak. We definitely want to do that because yaks are handy. Now we can get emus as well. Now emus, I might have made a bit of a flub in regards to that just because we do want, let me see, grape seeds. So now let me see if I can get any other seeds that I don't have. Cotton, wheat, strawberry, grape. Might as well get some grape seeds. Why the hell not? Let's do that. And I still want to be able to get... Well, yeah, we'll hold off on the emus for now and just make sure we get this stuff settled in. So we can trade that and basically dump a whole bunch of stuff off to them, or we can get maybe some other things. Do we have pine logs, clippings, copper ore? Do we want to round it out with that? How about this emu business? Well, let's see what we have to do to get the emus. We need at least another 500 or so. So I'm thinking there's probably not a lot I want to get rid of for that. Let me see. Yak, leather, curious. That's not going to be enough. Yeah, we're just not going to have enough. That's all there is to it. We'll get the emus next time around. So let's see what we can keep, or what we might want to keep even. Let's see. Silver bar. Let's keep the silver bar. And we don't need the wheat seeds or the strawberry seeds for sure. And everything else, we'll keep the sapphires. It's a little bit closer, and we'll trade out for some wine. So, apple wine, that's 1184. Yeah, since we seem to have problems holding on to that stuff. And everything else will be copper ore. What do we have left? 2, so that's 10, 13. Let's get 13 copper ore. And perfect. Okay, trade. Alright. So there we go. That's how you trade. Real super simple stuff. So now they're going to drag all of this junk over to the trading hut, and that'll free up some of our space, and we'll be able to kind of accumulate a few things in the meantime. Yeah, see, now they're already starting to haul things over, so we'll let them do that. Let's see. This is yak pasture. Our rancher should be taking them back anytime now. And again, we have no new door or gnome, so we're not too worried about that. I also added a few rooms up here. This is our ambassador room that will hopefully keep his attention. Let's see, diplomacy. Ambassador is Wingle. Requires nothing at this time, so he's fine. Apparently, once your value starts going up, they want a piece of the action, so they'll ask for better rooms. We also got a hand crank, which is fine. That's the only thing we researched, though. Nothing too exciting. And I kind of learned how to do some basic water collection, so actually, in order to kind of figure that out, I'm going to go ahead and dig some holes. We're going to dig holes right like this, just to see if it actually works and see how long it actually takes. So, and they're going to dig those holes out, and that should collect water over time as it rains, in theory. So basically, and also to note how I managed to survive my little snafu with the water underground was whenever it gets to about 1% water, it just evaporates. So you have to construct something so that whenever rain falls directly into the hole, it doesn't just immediately spread everywhere and evaporate. So you can do it with 2x2s as well, but this is just sort of a test run. And I think once we get a lot more engineering figured out, I have a couple ideas for how I want to manipulate the water and do fun stuff with it. Okay, and for whatever reason, grass isn't growing back on a few squares. I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation behind that, but I don't know what it is. And yes, if we want emus, I think we should probably level this out for an emu pasture. That seems like it'll probably be the best idea. So I think I'm gonna start doing that. How do I want to do that? I'm trying to think ahead here. Let's see. Well, let's priorities. Excuse me. And did I do anything else? I'm trying to think really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out of a population of 15, so we have half of our dwarves housed. I kind of want to just go ahead and build up here a little bit, just so it starts to look more like my Machu Picchu, whatever it is I said I was going to do originally. Let's see. And mine. Stairs up. Okay. Somebody's on their way. And then this will start to come together and make more sense as to what I was going on and on about for how I wanted to build my civilization here. Alright, and then we mine the wall out to here. So this is going to be definitely indefensible for a second or two, but we'll hopefully be able to figure that out somewhat quickly. Let's see, if we do this smart, it'll actually be pretty defensible up into the point that we want things to happen. So actually, let's do like this. And then we'll build some walls around really quick. I'm thinking. Can I dig? I can dig all the way down over there. No, they're going all the way around anyways. Let's do this. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna mine this all out and then figure it out from there. Oh, hey! We've got goblins over here. Can I tell them to attack, or has nobody actually seen them? Nobody's actually seen them. Good. So, that ought to be interesting. They're gonna march through here any second now and try to take us down, but it's not gonna work. Okay. Just waiting for them to knock down the door. Too bad I can't make anybody move there manually. That'd be real handy right about now. Can I set up a small guard post? Let's do designate area. Guard area. Guard station. What is it? It's 2024. So we'll do... Who's down there? We'll do the wind axis of strife. The windy axis of strife. There we go. A goblin has been spotted. Everybody should attack now. Good stuff. My plan worked. And they've been massacred. Good stuff. Alright, there you go. You guys don't need to hang out. I was just doing that to make you get off your asses. Okay, butcher shop. Oh yeah, I said it's automatically butcher corpses, so that shouldn't be a problem. Very aptly done by a guy wearing a skull mask. It's not creepy at all. Okay. And then what I should do... Let's see. We're going to terrain, dig, hole... Well, no, we're not. We're going to agriculture, fell trees, off this little tier here. Yeah, let's just do that. That'll work. And we can start building up a little bit on our terracing here that we want to do. Okay. And yes, alright, that was taken care of rather handily. And then terrain, dig, hole. We'll dig back this way. Yeah, that's not gonna mess up any of our walls or anything, fortunately. Maybe I should have just removed floor to be safe. It probably is a good idea for the future. Okay. And now that should be relatively impregnable. Good stuff. I've got a couple more trees here to get rid of. There you go. Naughty trees. Okay, and then we are going to actually, now for realsies, remove floor in a very large area. Let's see. How do we want to do this? Let's remove floor like this first. And we'll kind of, hopefully, oh, did I? Yeah, okay, I did do it right. Good. And then let's remove all of this floor. See how this turns out. I think all of this should be relatively accessible as long as they don't screw it up. It's always the gnome's fault. Never mind. Let's see. Ah, okay, they can dig there. I was a little concerned. Okay. We'll remove that floor. He's gonna meander that way. Sounds rather brutal whenever they train too. But again, they don't get hurt. It's rather nice. I was reading a bunch of threads about how different things work, and much to my amusement, a lot of people were comparing it to Dwarf Fortress and what you can and can't do. Which is true. I mean, there's a lot of things, like, you can't really build a computer in this game like you could in Dwarf Fortress, for example. Speaking of sort of which... Oh, hey, there's a random hole over there that seems to have filled with water. Oh, that's... So stuff can pass through the corners there, so you always want to keep your corners sealed. I kind of discovered that, well... There's a few situations I haven't necessarily experimented with, so I don't know how much of an authority you could call me on the subject, but I have at least kind of poked around and determined that, yes, most things will pass through. Oh, sorry, we took away your ceiling, bro. Sleeping under the stars. It's good stuff for you. Okay. So we're going to wait for this renovation project to start catching steam. I also made some extra tools, which has actually helped. I went ahead and made my thatched roof. So we do have... This should be... more than enough hay to get us through at least the year. So even if our farmers manage to totally fail, I think we should be fine on hay until we start getting to like ridiculous numbers of yaks. Here, we're gonna first of all set this to Max male's 1. Okay. And yeah, we're just waiting for this to be done so we can continue terracing. What is our current worth? Current worth is, it's under 10,000 again. Okay, good. It was a little over 10,000 for a second there, and then I was like, no, you know. Well, and you saw me trade away a bunch of goods, so yeah, no big deal. Alright, let's see. Another way I've heard of doing this, which I've kind of played around with, and it works fairly well. I don't think I've actually run across any major problems with it. Whenever you're digging down, and you're digging from the top like this, you dig ramps down. That way they always have access and they never strand themselves on the top, which is a real problem. So anything I can do to avoid that is definitely an appreciated strategy. Okay. Yeah, super fancy quarters. Look at that. Look at this guy with his opulence. So demanding. I always hated the nobles in Dwarf Fortress as well. They are always like, why don't you do this? Hey, how about you make 100 silken handcuffs? And I'm like, really? You're just gonna come out and say it like that? Because that was happening. It was very awkward. Nobles. Alright, let's see. Mine, wall. We're just gonna square this off. So I'm gonna start delineating a tinkering area here for reals fairly soon, since I think tinkering is actually kept separate as a stat. So because you can have multiple people actually tinkering at the same time and inventing, and it goes a little bit faster, so that might be worth doing once we have a little bit more of a higher population for it. Let's see. Well, it looks like the merchant's happy, so yep, I still have my ambassador, but merchant is taken off with my goods. Let's see, and I think I traded away all of my bones. So, oh wait, this is tailoring, animal processing, contents. Oh no, I still have plenty of bones. I'm thinking about turning them into statuettes so that we can start trading them for better and better items, but I'm going to leave that be for now. As much as I want emus, I need to have something of an emu pen to put them in. Ideally, that's what I should be doing. So, but I'm happy now with farming and all this other stuff. I want to get a couple more farmers just to make sure I'm going as fast as I possibly can be going. Also, my woodcutters are not particularly good horticulturists. Go figure. Let's see. Yeah, they're just barely filling up those back sacks there. So, yeah, we're doing pretty good on that. I like that. Not completely inundated with seeds. All over my map as well, because I believe it doesn't have to be stockpiled to be counted for trading. So, I imagine that means all of my seeds are clear from the map. Hooray! I am okay with this. This is the thing that is fine by me. Alright, well, we got one miner who's awake. There's also been a lot of troubleshooting and bug hunting in my off time. There was a few commands that were stuck on the farm in particular that I had to figure out how to get rid of, and that was a bit of a pain in the ass. And now this grass won't sprout. Don't know what the deal is. I might see if... Well, you know, this grass isn't sprouting over here either, so it's like... Okay, well... I really like the idea of having grass, but can't always get what you want, I suppose. Okay. Those guys are trading. I like the idea of the uniforms, especially since it makes it really easy to identify who's training and who isn't at the moment. So it's like, as long as the skulls aren't there, then I can call them to go wherever. And if they are there, I can call anybody else to go wherever and then scout out, much as we kind of demonstrated earlier in a very fortuitous sort of way. Alright, where are we at here? These guys are being real slow. Don't know what their problem is. Yeah, he's just going to ditch his pickaxe and leave. Oh, it's training time for him. Okay. And now it's the other shift. We got a very tired miner. Good. So he's going to mine like maybe half a block and then go to bed. No, well, he'll finish part of the job at least, so that's good. So, let's see. Yeah, now he's going to bed. Good for him. He probably earned it. Or he's a douche, one of the two. Wait, where's he going? I thought he was sleepy. Oh, he's gonna just path in the most obnoxious manner possible. Oh, it was easier to go down one Z level than go all the way around here. I see what was happening. That's kind of hilarious. Okay. So, you know, rather than dig this out, why am I not just replacing the floor? I know why I'm not replacing the floor. That's a stupid question. I'm doing that because I want to be able to make sure some of these areas are actually removed appropriately. And that's kind of hard to determine in some cases. Especially since I'm trying to separate this out from the wall. Okay. Alright, I want to remove that floor, but not this floor. This floor can stay, but what I want to do is build terrain, floor, stone, bauxite, and we're going to build the roofs back over here. And let's see, what's the best way to view this? There's not many. Okay. Cancel that job. And then we will terrain, swap out floors, stone floors, raw bauxite. I just realized I'm on normal speed. How annoying. Okay, there we go. So we'll get that done periodically. Actually, cancel this. I want this to look slightly more authentic by removing parts of the floor as well. Well, maybe not authentic, but I like it. I have an idea in my head of how it will look, and it looks awesome. Okay. Is that... Yes, so we will go ahead and cancel that job. There we go. Little natural nooks and crannies, that's what we're shooting for. Okay. And we will do more bauxite floor. And we'll do it all the way over here. There we go. Nice and established. And it's the end of the video. Good timing, more or less. This has been Cardboard Decoy playing Gnomoria. We didn't get a whole lot done, mostly because this thing has been on fast forward the whole time. Oh, apparently the merchant was still here. He just decided to go eat something. Well then, what a douche. Okay. Or he went and slept somewhere, I'm not entirely certain. So, there's our diplomat, happy in his room, of immense value. Everybody else is relatively happy as well. I almost kind of wish, like, the dormitory, for not having a lot of amenities, is worth a ton. And I think part of that is because of the armor that's in it, because earlier I could have sworn it was only 500 or something, so it might have to do with the gear that people are wearing in there at the moment. And then you look at this and it's only like 302, it's half that. But I don't think room value actually affects the dormitories, or at least I hope it doesn't. That's ponderings for another time. Either way, this has been Cardboard Decoy playing Gnomoria, blah 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 blah. If you enjoy, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Have fun.